Sweet children, through the Father, the ocean of knowledge, you become master oceans of knowledge. Each of you has received the third eye of knowledge, and you are therefore. That's one.
Trinity.
That's two.
Trilokinath.
That's three. Trinity, Tripadashi, and Trilokinath. Each of you has received the third eye of knowledge, so you are the three T's. Question. No one apart from you children can do spiritual service of the world. Why? Answer. Because only you receive power from the Supreme Spirit. How can you serve the world if you don't have power? And to truly serve them, you need pure power, power of purity. These souls first receive the injection of knowledge from the Supreme Spirit, through which you gain victory over the five vices, and you are then able to do the same for others. No one else can do such a service. Only you children do this spiritual service every Sunday. Om Shanti. You have to sit in remembrance of the Father. You mustn't sit in remembrance of bodily beings. New ones who come don't know the Father. His name is very easy. Colon. It is Shir Baba. It's such a wonder the children don't know the Father. Shir Baba is the highest and high, the bestower of salvation for all. He purifies all the impure ones. He's also called the remover of everyone's sorrow. However, no one apart from you Brahma Kumaris knows who he is. You are his grandsons and granddaughters. Therefore, you definitely know the Father and the beginning, the middle, and the end of his creation. Okay, so no matter how old you are grandsons and granddaughters, because you're ultimately all children of Brahma. And you are grandsons and grandchildren, children of Brahma, because you were born through Brahma. Everyone, whether you ever met him or not. So therefore, you should spend some time to truly get to know Brahma. To be a BK and not have a deeply close relationship with Brahma means you don't really understand the legacy of what your grandfather is giving you, what your father is giving you, and your grandfather is giving you. The children come to know everything from the Father. This is an impure world. No one in the world except the Brahma Kumaris knows how he purifies. Brahma Kumaris knows how he purifies all the iron-aged impure ones and makes them golden. But he always mentions Brahma Kumaris does not mean that the Kumaris don't know. Right? It's just to develop this habit of putting these children. He purifies all the iron-aged impure ones and makes them golden. Only the Father removes you from iron-age degradation and grants you golden age salvation. It's only in Bharat that they celebrate the birthday of Shiva. He definitely does come, but the people of Bharat do not know what he gives when he comes. People celebrate the birthday of Shiva every year, but they don't have the third eye of knowledge. That is why they don't know the Father. So, show the path to us blind ones, O God. This song, composed by human beings, says that they are without sight. Everyone has physical eyes. So why do they say they are without sight? The Father sits here and explains that no one has a third eye of knowledge. Not to know the Father is therefore called ignorance. To know the Father from the Father is knowledge. The Father gives each of you the third eye of knowledge, with which you know the beginning, middle, and end of the entire creation. You children of the ocean of knowledge become master oceans of knowledge. To have a third eye means you become
Trinity, Trilokinath.
Trinity, Tripadashi, and Trilokinath. The reason it's in that order is you first have to become Trinity before you can become Tripadashi. And if you don't become Tripadashi, you have to be really Trinity, Trilokinath. The people of Bharat do not know how Lakshmi and Rai, who were the masters of the Golden Age, received their inheritance. When did they come? Where did they go? How did they receive the kingdom? People don't know any of this. Deities are pure. Definitely only the Father makes them pure. The Father sits here and explains to people of Bharat who believe in the deities and in Shiva. Yes, that's why there's always going to be more Bharatvasis than non-Bharatvasis. Everyone's ultimately a Bharatvasis. The birth of Shiva took place in Bharat, the highest and highest God. It is here that people celebrate the birthday of Shiva. The birthdays of Jagadamba and Jagadpita, Saraswati and Brahma also take place here. They are only celebrated in Bharat. Acha, Lakshmi and Narayan also take birth here. So many amazing things take place in India. People at Bharat don't even understand this. They say, oh, purifier, come. Therefore, everyone must definitely be impure. Sages and holy men, rishis and munis all called out, come and purify us. On the other hand, they go to wash away their sins at the Kumbh Mela because they believe the Ganges to be the purifier. They call out to the purifier to come and purify them. But how could a human being purify anyone? Father, much less everyone. Father explains, when you first belonged to the deity religion, you were all pure, but you are now impure. They say, God, show us the path. Show the path to where? Show the path to where? They say, Baba, show us the path to
Liberation and liberation.
Jivan Mukti, liberation and life. We have 5 vices in us. Baba, when we were all in heaven, we were
Viceless.
viceless. We have now become vicious and impure. Tell us the secret of this. These are not tall stories. The Father explains the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the Gita spoken by God. Incorporeal God is the one who purifies the impure. So everybody knows that to be true. We're the only ones who knows that the actual Bhagavad Gita is really the Murli. Human beings cannot be called God. The Father says, even though there are so many great gurus here, why is Bharat then become impure and like a shadow? If they were God, it would not become like that. That's why God can't come at any other time. It's only a matter of yesterday when Bharat was heaven. Baba gave Bharat the gift of heaven. He came and taught Roger that the impure people of Bharat and made them pure. Father has now come once again to each other as your servant. The Father is the spiritual servant. Human beings are all physical service. Even sannyasis are physical service. They sit and relate the scriptures, etc. The Father says, I, the incorporeal one, enter an ordinary old corporeal body and explain to each other, O children of Bharat, look, the spiritual Father sits here and explains to spirits. It is not Brahma who is speaking this, but the incorporeal Father takes the support of his body. Shiva doesn't have a body of his own. Saligram souls have their own bodies. What's taking rebirth, they become impure. The whole world is now impure. Not a single one is pure. You were Sattva Pradhan, and then, as Ava became mixed in you, you went through the stages of Sattva, Raja, and Tama. Shiva comes to you, people of Bharat, and adopts a body which is known as Bhagirat, the lucky chariot. In the temples, they show an image of Shankar because they believe Shiva and Shankar to be combined. They don't understand that Shiva is the incorporeal one, that Shankar is subtle. How could Shiva and Shankar be combined? Acha, who then rides the boat? If Shiva and Shankar are the same, then who's riding the boat? Shiva or Shankar?
Shiva.
But you don't see a Shivalingam sitting on the boat. Where would a bull come from the subtle region? Shiva resides in the incorporeal world where Shankar is in the subtle region. All souls are in the incorporeal world. In the subtle region, they are just Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. There are no animals there. Father says, I enter this ordinary old body and explain to you. You children do not know. You children do not know your own births. How many births have you taken from the golden age onwards? You've taken
84.
4 births. This is now your last birth, Bharat, which was the pure land of immortality, has now become the impure land of death. The bestower of salvation for all is one. The rosary of Rudra is the rosary of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, incorporeal Shiva. It is said that the rosary of Rudra, Shri Shri 108, it is said the rosary of Rudra, Shri Shri 108, all are part of the garland around Shiva's neck. So the Father is the purifier and the bestower of salvation for all, the one who gives everyone their inheritance. A limited inheritance is received from a physical father. Sannyasis consider that to be happiness, and that is like the droppings of a crow. The Father says that, that happiness of yours is truly like the droppings of a crow. Only the Father comes and purifies the impure, that is, he changes thorns into flowers with this knowledge. This is the knowledge of the Gita. No human being can explain this knowledge. Only the ocean of knowledge, the purified Father, can explain it. So basically, you can't be happy unless you have pure feelings. Even if you have all the material in there without pure feelings, you can't be happy. And if you have pure feelings that are dependent on matter, which is temporary, even then you can't be happy. So it only works that even without any matter, facilities, wealth, prosperity, you can still be happy if you have pure feelings. Only the ocean of knowledge, the purified Father, can explain it. The inheritance that you are now receiving can only be received from the Father. Only you are going into salvation. You are now at the confluence stage. There's others are in the Iron Age. It's not the end of the Iron Age. The Mahabharata war is in front of you. 5,000 years ago, after you studied Raj Yoga, a haystack was set ablaze. You're now studying Raj Yoga in order to become like Lakshmi and Narayan. Everything else is the path of devotion. When the Father comes, he opens the gates to heaven. Father says, you shift refuge, you mothers of Bharat, make Bharat into heaven by following Srila. You are the mothers of Bharat, the Shiv Shaktis who make Bharat into heaven. You are the children of Shiva. You remember him, capital H. You take power from Shiva, then conquer the enemy of the five vices. You children also did spiritual service of Bharat 5,000 years ago. Those social workers do physical service. This is spiritual service. The Supreme Spirit comes and gives you souls an injection. He teaches you. It is you souls who listen. You are souls and you take 84 births. Each of you sheds a body and takes another. You have 84 parents and 84 births. You receive the happiness of heaven in the golden and silver ages. You are now once again to receive your inheritance of happiness from the unlimited Father. Bharat really did receive this inheritance. It used to be the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat. There were no devils, etc. there. You understand that this old world is now to be set on fire. I come and create this sacrificial fire of knowledge. All of you then become pure deities. Thousands of you are making effort to become such deities. The Father has come to grant you children salvation. He's changing you from thorns into flowers. He's giving each of you a third eye of this knowledge, with which you then understand the whole Dharma and also what part should come in place. You also understand what the connection between Brahma and Vishnu is. It is shown that Brahma emerged from the navel of Vishnu. Brahma becomes Vishnu. Then Brahmins become deities. It takes 5,000 years for Vishnu to become Brahma. You have this knowledge. The land of Vishnu emerges from the lotus navel of the Brahmins. They've created a picture showing Brahma emerging from the navel of Vishnu and relating the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures. You now understand the whole essence of Brahma. The Father says there are four main religious scriptures. The scripture of the first deity religion is called
The Gita.
the Gita. Little tricky. Who spoke the Gita? Shiva Baba. The ocean of knowledge, the purifier, the ocean of happiness is Shiva Baba. He, not Sri Krishna, sat and named Bharat into heaven. Sri Krishna heard this knowledge from me, capital M, and then became Sri Krishna. So this is incognito, is it not? New children cannot understand these matters. This is called hell, and that is called heaven. Shiva established heaven, and Lakshmi Narayan used to rule there. You are now becoming deities from human beings. Father says this is your last birth in this land of death, this land of sorrow. Bharat used to be the land of immortality. There's no mention of sorrow there. Bharat used to be the land of angels. It's now become a graveyard and is to become a land of angels once again. All of these matters have to be understood. This is the study place for changing from human beings into deities. This is not a spiritual gathering of sannyasis where they sit and explain scriptures. A new person will not be able to understand any of these things unless he has done
7 days.
7 days course. This time, all human beings are devotees. Those souls remember God. They are all lovers of God, the one beloved. Father comes and establishes that land of truth. Then, after half a cycle, Ravan comes and makes it into the land of falsehood. It's not a confidence age. All of these matters have to be understood. Acha. His sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning. From the mother, father, Bhaktada. The spiritual father says, when you stay to your spiritual children, and
spiritual children.
Let's say nice.
essence for Dharma. Number 1, truly serve Bharat spiritually by following the Father's freedom. Take power from the Father, the Almighty Authority, and conquer your enemies with 5 vices. Take power from Almighty Authority, Father, and conquer your enemies with 5 vices. 2, in order to become deities from human beings, definitely become pure. Imbibe this knowledge and become a flower from a thorn, and enable others to do the same. Blessing. May you have a subtle form of light and pass your paper at the time of destruction. In order to pass your paper at the time of destruction and face all of these situations, be one with a subtle form of light. When you become a mobile lighthouse, the physical form will not be visible. It will be as though you were accustomed to laying upon. And then as soon as you have just finished your part, you take it off. Put it on in a second and then take it off in 1 second. That is, become detached. When you practice this, others who see you will see that you are wearing a costume of light, and that light is your declaration. Slogan. When you constantly wear your wings of zeal and enthusiasm, you'll easily achieve success in every task you do. Zeal and enthusiasm, absolutely necessary for success. The Father is the Almighty Authority, so have the faith that by holding His hand, you will reach your destination. Even if you yourself are weak, your companion is strong, is he not? So you will definitely be able to go across. Constantly remain aware that you are a victorious tool whose intellect has faith. Let the past pass, put a full stop to the past, and move ahead.